Why not? Hey, 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 Beyonda. Hey, you think I'm riding with anybody? I ain't messing with no funny bodies. Check the fine print.
What's up, everyone? It's the friend in your ear 614 here, and I'm here with my good buddy Paul. We are about to dive into Mr. Paul G. So let's get going.
Let's get rolling.
Let's get rolling, okay? So, of course, you know, there's a bunch of stuff that I know, but I like to kind of play the audience part here. So I want to know, who are you, Paul?
So I am Paul G. And that might have been a very simple answer, but Paul G is Paul G. You are you.
Ooh, yes.
We're all who we are. And the simple point about it is, I do what I do, and there's no title, right? So I remember recently I put on my gram that, you know, people identify with their occupation, with their title, when they should be identifying with their actions, right? So I am an actor. I'm a writer. I'm an artist. I'm a performer. I'm a producer. I'm a director. I'm a philanthropist.
Yes.
I'm a content curator. I'm an event producer. I do marketing. I do branding. I manage myself for the past 5 years. And it's okay to do that with reason and with timing and with planning. So that's who I am. I'm Paul G. That is what he does.
That's an amazing answer. You basically said I am my brand. Like, you know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are a brand. You actually sound like a mogul. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in the making.
That's
sure.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
really amazing. I was gonna ask you next, what are your slashes? But you already took care of that for me, which I love. You know, because I feel like we're in that slash generation where it's like we're not just this one thing. We do this, we do that. We are this, we are that.
Right.
And you knocked that out of the park.
Yeah,
so
man.
thank you for that. I love that.
And that's been in development. That answer has been in development for years because it's a mindset. So some people go to school and they work and they go hard and they become this one thing.
Yeah.
And they're afraid to do other things because they're afraid to be judged. And those are the people that don't change the world.
Ooh, ooh, coming
I'm
with
sorry.
the gems early.
I mean, listen, these are just thoughts.
No, I love it. That's super real. I want to ask you, is there one of those slashes that came first? And if so, which one?
The first, acting. That was the first thing because that was the first thing I knew I wanted to do. So I was just like, when I was a kid, I think I was watching TV. I was like, I can do that, Mom. And then she was just like, okay. So then, like, randomly, like a school production came up in kindergarten, and I just jumped in it. And then my real first role was 10 years old. I did the Annie Jr. With Ben Harney. He was like a Tony Award winner, the original Curtis on Dreamgirls.
Yep.
Like, I got it to do it with him, and that was my first shot
That's
at
amazing.
acting, and it was fun as hell.
Yes.
But, you know, yeah, so acting, that's the first one.
I love that. I love that. And for your other slashes, for the ones that, you know, that you want to get into, I also want to ask, how did you grow as an artist into those things as well?
So, I'll tell you, life kind of took me on this road. So life kind of pushed me in the direction that sorry, I don't want to be all deep so early.
No,
but
please, come on.
life kind of love it. So life pushed me in the direction that my destiny was just waiting to receive. So wherever my destiny met me is what I became. So I got forced to be in the youth choir. It wasn't a choice. I didn't want to be in the. First of all, I was playing basketball. Okay. I was forced to do the summer program with Music Theater International to do acting. I missed the auditions on purpose.
Wow.
And they still casted me because they were just like, we know these kind of kids. Let's bring them in. I was like, damn. But we did Mulan Jr. My sister got casted as Mushu.
Yes.
And then when I realized that I was just soldier number 2, and I was like, wait, I should have went to audition. I could have been Mushu. Like, I was doing her lines in my room. She caught me and was like, what are you doing? I was like, damn. So, yes. Life pushed me to where destiny carried me. So, like, I wasn't able to pick. It was just what it was.
Yeah.
So, what pushed me into the music was I got forced to audition for the choir. Purposely tried to sing bad again. And they were like, we like you. We're putting you in. I'm like, damn. So,
what is yours is yours.
Yo, that's it. So, I mean, I met one of my best friends that same day, too, which is crazy. Wow. So, you know, I got forced to be in the choir. And then from the choir, I started loving music. I started loving singing. I started loving emotion. And then I started loving to make harmonies and make my own melodies and started asking the director, hey, what if we did
Wow.
this way. And so this was like 3-4 years after the audition. And then I just realized, man, I can make my own music. So I started putting out EPs and stuff, and that took me into my own performances, and then my performances took me into, I know I want to perform more on my turn, so I started making my own concerts, and then that pushed me into, wait, we can make some money off this, so let's make this a benefit concert and raise money, and then also sell tickets and sell merch, and then that took me into, so it's just literally life like pushing me.
Giant avalanche of just
exactly
the goals, yeah.
But it's who I am, though. So back to my name, it's who I am. It's what I was supposed to become, because my life and what my reactions, my personality, my character allowed the certain moments to turn me into who I became as a brand. So what other people might have done with that audition was just stay on the car and left and went on. But what I did was my character turned me into someone who was like, okay, I want to create this now. I want it this way. Why can't it be this way? So it's my me.
It's who I nature.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think it's really dope that at that younger even age you were able to make the discernment of, I don't want to just tell other people's stories. I want to be the type of artist that tells my own story as well.
Yeah.
So you took that avalanche and you kept going
Yeah.
until you were the one in charge of your projects. I think that's really dope.
That is it. That is it. Because I realized nobody was giving anything to me. So I came up in a time where I was looked down upon for trying stuff, right? And I also I came from a place where nobody was encouraging my talents except for my mom.
Right.
and my sisters and stuff. So then once I took control, people started to jump on board. And it'd be the same people that would, disrespecting me and not giving me a chance. But once you took once I took control of my actions, it's not like saying I'm not famous, I'm not rich, I'm not famous. But once I got in position to have certain achievements and get certain things done, people started jumping on board.
Yeah.
And even before then, they just smelled the success because I wanted it. You so that's really what I guess.
I love
how the cookie crumbles.
That is how the cookie crumbles. I love that. So I want to know, why do you do what you do?
Why?
Yeah.
My personal mission, I'll start with this. My personal mission, I made a mission for myself, is to influence and inspire with the essence of transparency, right? So I had the talent to act. I had the talent to sing and rap and make music and write and express. I had the talent to create. But then it was just like, I want to, influence people to be transparent. So I had a statement I used to say a lot that says, trust my transparency and feel what's real, right? So a little corny now, but it's something that I stood by because I realized there was a lot of people who just weren't, let's just say fake. Okay, there were a lot of people who just weren't straightforward with who they were as people. There were people who weren't comfortable in their skin, so they were trying to be something. Or they weren't straightforward with their failures. They weren't straightforward with, listen, I feel bad about this sometimes. Listen, I'm sad sometimes. Listen, I'm happy about this. I know a lot of people that I was surrounded with weren't authentic with their expression. They weren't authentic with who they were. So my thing was, I wanted to influence people to be people, to express, to feel. It's okay you feel this way, but guess what? You can be better. It's okay you feel like you failed, but guess what? You can work at it and be better. You can be the best person you can possibly be. Now, that sounds like a presidential campaign, but it comes from a place of pain, So it sounds like, do-gooder, yeah. No, it's because it came from a place of pain. It came from a place of my own self. So I was fronting about my feelings. I was putting up a facade for people like I was all good, but I was really, not the best person, and then that turned into me wanting to be the best possible person. From learning from life, learning from my failures, learning from my mishaps, learning from my achievements, learning from the pain, which is the best teacher. So, so that's why I do what I do, because I feel like there needs to be a movement of people who are just happy with who they are, happy with what they love, happy to express, I love this, and I'm not afraid to tell people I love this. I love this person. I'm not afraid to, you know what I'm saying? I want people to feel comfortable in their skin, and that is the best part of life. That's the best way to live. When you can wake up and say, I'm going to do what I love today. I'm going to enjoy what I love today. And that's my goal, man. My goal is to let people know it's okay to feel, it's okay to feel pain, and it's okay to love what you love, but as long as we're continuing to grow. So that's why I make them songs I write. That's why I act the way I act on stage. That's why I emote the way I do on stage, and I can pull from certain things the way I do on stage and on screen, because I want to influence people and set people free through that. Set people's minds free, So that's my purpose, really.
That's really dope, and I can definitely say from the things that I've seen so far of your repertoire, you're definitely doing that. Like,
thanks, man.
In every media, across every platform, you command, like the screen or the stage, whether you're like hosting something or you're doing your music or like you're acting in a scene or whatever. And each venture, you have this certain command of what you're doing, and I think that it transcends through this answer as well. So that's really dope. I want to know, where are you from and where are you located now?
So from Brooklyn, located in Brooklyn. It's my hood. This my area.
Come on,
this is my place. That's where I'm at, man.
Love it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I love that.
Brooklyn, baby.
Hey.
New York, actually.
Come on.
I ain't trying to do more separation. No more separation of the boroughs. It's
It's
New
true.
York. I'm from New York.
New Yorkers. I'm down with that. New York dose, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I also want to know, what is the most recent project you worked on? What's one that you're currently working on, and what is one that you hope to work on in the future?
Ooh, man. So, because my schedule, man, like, I'm like hour to hour working on different projects. So I'll say this. I'll start with that. Yeah, my recent project, I just came back from Maine and New Hampshire because we did a show. One of my best friends, Najee Brown, he wrote and directed a show at Seacoast Rep in, where is that? New Hampshire. So it's a theater in New Hampshire. So he wrote and directed it. And I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm about to come down. And because I actually originated in the role that I wanted to play in the show. And I was like, yo, I'll just come back and do a special showing. So, the marketing team put together a press release, and they're like, yeah, Paul G's coming in. So we did a show, do 2 showings online. You can actually still stream it online. Time Out featured it online as a like theater, must-see theater, which is amazing. So we just did that at Seacoast, called The Bus Stop, to show he wrote and directed. It's an incredible show. So I went and did a show there, 2 shows there. Then we did a pop-up concert like 3 blocks down at this area called Pop-Up New Hampshire. Shout out to Kathleen. So Kathleen and Najee put together the summer stage, and me and my other 2 friends, we went up and did some shows. So we just came back from that. So that was an incredible thing to do, especially nowadays since artists aren't working. Right?
I was just about to say, you guys are pushing some things in this climate right now.
Right, and it's like artists are just itching to get back on stage, man. So it's just it's an extreme blessing to be able to do that. So we did that. That was my last project. And then also the album just released. Beyonder, the album just released, and sorry, there's so much to consider.
This is your set. This is you. Please go through them all if you have to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean. So Beyonder was the last album I worked on. Me and my bro Aaron, AA Hit Music, we worked on that. And man, we put out quality work, man. We collaborated with a lot of different producers this time. It's charted on iTunes. So that recent project, we're still building content for that even to this day. So we're trying to make lasting music that people can just continue to go back and listen to. And that's what we've been able to do with our last project, Game Face. But right now, currently working on a short film. So I forgot the director's name, his full name, but he's an award. He has a lot of awards. Okay, he has a lot of
decorated.
He's decorated in the short film field. Film field, whatever. So working with the short film right now. Man, and then I'm also working on putting out more merch, new merch. We developed a lot of designs. We're putting out like 6 different shirts and like a whole different bunch of capsules and stuff back in the studio. Creating, we have like 200 songs to like work on. I just have all the songs in my voice notes just ready to go, and then we just got to go to the studio. We've been shooting music videos, but we're kind of just like taking our time because what can we really do in this climate? So yeah, man, it's just been acting, submitting, auditioning, preparing, performing, writing, rehearsing, home, starting businesses. Like I'm starting another income where I, do different markets and starting businesses.
It's a whirlwind. It's a whirlwind. And the craziest thing is that this is you right now during COVID.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine what your schedule was like when you had the actual freedom to move about and do you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's actually COVID. It turned certain people into beasts, right? So I don't think I was this hungry before. Before I was always hungry, of course.
Yeah.
But COVID turned me into a monster.
Wow.
And it turned me into someone who wakes up. What am I doing today? When am I getting this done? What time of the hour am I getting this done? And when am I taking my breaks?
Yeah.
When am I taking my rest? When am I having my enjoyment? When am I playing video games because I need to get my mind off stuff? Man, video games is beneficial. Don't sleep. Anyway, so when am I getting that time? So I've turned that, like, quarantine showed who was hungry, who was ready, and who was ready to adapt, the survivors, right? And don't get me wrong, there are certain people who went through some things in COVID, and that's not no knock. Like, oh, I didn't get a lot done. No. People had to go through. This is a season for certain people. This season is an upgrading season, or it's a season of reflecting. It's a season of recovery. It's a season of rest. Yeah. In the first 4 months, 3 months of COVID, 4 months of COVID for me was a rest. It was rest because before then we was rehearsing we were going back on tour for Henry Box Brown. I played Harry Box Brown and Harry Box Brown. Sorry, no.
Come on, title character.
Right, come on. Come on. I mean, you gotta. No, I'm playing. So we were on tour. We came back. We were rehearsing, getting ready to go back out to. I think it was. We just came back from Atlanta. We were going to like Portland or something. I don't remember. But so we were rehearsing, and it was like the day after rehearsal, everything shut down. So I'm just going home like, yo, like it's over, and I was stressed. I'm like, yo, I want to do more. I want to make more money. I want to start more things. I have no time. After rehearsal, I'm drained. I go home. I just want to watch stuff, you know? And so before I was, of course, hungry. I was applying myself. I was doing things, right? So just January, we did my benefit concert called Game Time. Successful concert, raised a bunch of money to help kids go do mission trips with CCC. So we did the concert, successful, great set, happy. Everyone's happy, right? So yeah, but right now the way I'm locked in is different, man. Like, I've never had a schedule for myself. I've never planned for I have an hour to hour every week. I have a routine now. Yeah. So yes, it turned certain people into something, and certain people it was just a time, right? But I can never knock someone for not being productive in a pandemic. Okay. Right. So
it's different.
It was a different season for different people, man. And my boy DJ Zeke, he like innovates he never stopped. Yeah. He is still. I think he's probably more booked now than he was before. So it's like people like that. You get inspired by them, and you want more for. If you want more for yourself, you do what you can. Wow. Yeah. I'm chatting your ear off, but
no. Look, we at the New York Dose, all right? This is what we're about. I love this. Right. We're gonna move into the second part of our interview, all right? This is what
I know that you feel the way. Turn him up. I know you can feel the way. I know that you feel the way. I know you can feel the way. I know you can feel the way. Bounce. Light him up.
This is where we play a fun game called Catch the Train.
Cool.
It's the New York Dose's little subway system. So I'm going to take you through a couple of our train lines, ask you some questions, and we're just going to do what it do.
This is what it do, man.
All right, here we go. So first, I want to put you on the 2 train, all right? Now, this is 2 for your mistakes. Okay. This is your moment to ride the 2 train and fess up a mistake that you made recently, or you can put someone else on the train and talk about how they made a mistake or fuck something up that you had going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's messy.
Okay. We messy at the New York Dose.
I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Love it.
Oh. I'm gonna keep it to myself. How do I mess up? I make mistakes. A lot of mistakes. Everyone does.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think what was something that really I had to reflect on. So I'm at a place where mistakes are so much lessons for me that I don't even dwell too much on pain because I can't really track my scars anymore.
Oh, whoo, come on.
I used to track my scars.
Yeah.
A lot. So if you asked me this 2 years ago, I'd be able to give you that answer in 2 seconds.
Like, what,
but right now, literally, but right now, I'm at a place where I am just going with life, and everything happens for a reason,
Ooh,
and everything is moving at a certain pace. And
don't it feel beautiful?
right, yeah, yes, it's freedom.
Yeah.
It's freedom. It's nobility.
Yep.
It's allowing yourself to be your best self without killing yourself. And I am never going to kill myself. So I do not have a straight answer for you right now.
This was amazing. This was it.
Oh, okay.
There we go. He said, I'm actually going to miss that 2 train.
Right.
That 2 train could go on by.
Right. Yeah. And
That's fine.
I mean, I guess, like,
No, you have done it. That was an amazing answer. Love that.
Dope.
We're going to transfer over to the 3 train. This is 3 from me, a.k.a. you.
Cool.
I want you to tell us about an epiphany that you've had recently.
Ha! You gotta let certain things go. You gotta let things slide.
Yeah.
You know, that's my epiphany, because I am a critical thinker. So I think about everything, every little thing. I used to.
Mhm.
Now, I just take life as it comes. Why? Because, man, like, do we really have to dwell on every single thing that happens to us?
Yeah.
Or do you, listen, that's a part of life. He got an attitude with me or for something I had no control of.
There we go.
That's fine. People have their moods. There's way bigger stuff to be tripping about right now. Go ahead.
Okay,
Let it go. Right? That person felt defensive, so they screamed at me in a certain way. I could take it as, damn, this person's annoying as hell. Why am I still dealing with this person? People go through stuff. I don't have time. Like, I'm in my own world. Like, I'm in my own wave. Like, I have no time to let someone else's stuff get into this, because this is what makes my money. This is what keeps me alive, and this is what makes me happy.
Come on.
Right? And if I'm not happy with myself, I'm not happy with my surroundings and my reality, then I just can't enjoy life. And I will enjoy this life.
Look.
I'm gonna enjoy this life, man. These small things do not really matter, right? Unless you're focused. Small things, just let it go. Let it go, man.
Let it go.
Hell, man.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
We're going to transfer over to the 5 train. This is 5 for guys.
Mhm.
What is a public service announcement or a piece of advice that you have for the male identifying humans of the world?
Well, I have a message for young black boys. Young black boys, I wrote a poem just for myself. And I think I was going to turn it into a book. I'll just turn it into a small little just book of notes to young black boys, right? I was a young black boy who was free and happy and smiled, and it got beat down because of the people around me. They weren't used to Black Boy Joy before it was a hashtag. They were like, why are you so happy? Why are you so fun? Why are you so free? It was just who I was. So to all the young black boys out there and black men who have black boys still in them, that young, youthful beauty, you're powerful. I don't want to get emotional. Shoot.
No, come on.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Let it happen. Let it happen.
No! Why are you doing this?
We have to New York dose.
Oh, damn it.
This is about the raw emotion, authenticity. I love this. I love
man.
this.
Okay. Black boys, you are king. You are freedom. You're so powerful. You're so powerful because everyone around us is so afraid of what comes out of us. We're getting shot down. We don't get a chance. Why? Because we are intimidating. Young black boy, don't take the intimidation as you being a threat or you being a monster. Take the intimidation as you being so powerful that some people cannot conceptualize what the hell you are, right? Yep. You're colorful. You're limitless. You have so much to do how you want to do it. You're genius. You are the leader. You inspire. And to our black women, you give us that charge. You reciprocate our energy and you multiply it. Literally, physically multiply it. Black women, black girls, you have beautiful black boys. Continue to love your process. Black boys, love your magic, love your color, love your heart, love your thoughts, love your stuff you think is weird because you're like, oh, nobody's thinking that. Think it constantly over and over and create yourself. I love your outfit. Black boy express. Black boy wear the hell what you want to wear. Black boy be, man. Just be. Be happy. That's it. That is it. Be free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's before you even in the very beginning, like the things you were saying about yourself, like just hit me too, because I kind of grew up in the, Brooklyn boy.
Yeah.
Was always I was always happy with myself, just always moved through life the way that I wanted to.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had a problem with that,
Of course.
So I hear you, and I thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for that. You kind of, I don't know if you have something different that you would want to say to the ladies. You kind of dive into them, but if you got something different.
Okay, ladies. Ladies, y'all beautiful. Y'all are strong. You guys are like raw energy, raw creativity. You guys are superheroes. Black women. Y'all are superheroes. You guys do the job and do it well. Now I'm speaking to the potential of everyone. When I say black boy, black woman, black man, I'm speaking to the potential, because we still have our past, we still make decisions, and we still stray away from the good, the true, and the beautiful. So everyone has potential to do that.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying every black boy is great or good. I'm not saying every black woman or black girl is great or good. I'm saying that to this potential of who your nature is and who you're supposed to be, this is who you are. So black woman, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are incredible, you are an uncontrolled power source, you are freedom, you are expression, you are raw emotion, and it is so freaking inspiring. It's electric, it's intimidating, and I love that shit. I'm sorry, can I curse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Forgive me, I don't really curse like that, but I love it. I love how attractive you are. I love that a smile can make me go. I love your frame. I love how you look. Like, I love how God made you. Like, he made you with so many good things. And I think it's just beautiful. You guys are literally, it's art, man. I mean, the human race, we're art. Men are art too, but women, the way it's like something magical. When a woman is confident, when a woman is focused, it's something so beautiful. It makes you get your stuff together.
Yeah.
I live around a bunch of strong black women, and they don't have to be outspoken. They just are that way, and it is incredible.
So I'm writing down notes because he touching me. So I need some things I need to write down before I forget it. But yeah. It's so interesting that I was having these thoughts yesterday. I was on Reese Beach, and I was just in the the optionally nude section of it.
Right.
And whatever. So I'm queer, so it's been a minute since I saw some titties. But I was over there, and these women would just, like, literally everyone that walked by, I was like, damn, she is beautiful. Them titties is beautiful. That body is beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, women are just really art. Like,
yes.
Like these little same thoughts. I was just like, God, like they are really magical.
Yeah.
Like
they're just like floating. Like if you see a woman who is confident, a woman who loves herself, a woman who radiates and knows she's beautiful.
Yeah.
What? You just watch it, and you might not be fully attracted. So I'm not attracted to every woman in the world,
right?
But I can say something is beautiful and be like, "Wow, that's a beautiful person. That's a beautiful spirit." When a woman has control of that energy, and even when she lets it free, it's still a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing to see, man. Like
that confidence, walking in that.
Yeah,
it's like, damn.
Yes. And then when you as a man are confident with what you got and confident with who you are, you can only be happy. So, black women, I'll say this on film, I just want to. There are black men who love, we're fans of you, we support you, we respect you. And I just want to put that on tape. And, it's amazing to see the support that you guys give us. But I think it needs to be said that there are black men who will fight for you, who will defend you, and who will be your ally as well. I love you.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
We're going to transfer over to the L train.
Yeah.
You're from Brooklyn, so I know you know what taking the L means.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about an L that you took recently.
L?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I needed, what?
Maybe you didn't take one.
Yo, man, I mean, like I said, bro,
you're in a different space.
Yeah, because my L's, if I consider them an L, they're what life is about. They go with life. They're
Lessons.
learning their lessons. They're like, okay, cool.
Right.
So I don't really count L's. I count them as experiences and lessons. So, okay, fine. Like, what's Okay, so I was on stage, forgot my songs, but guess what? I bounced back and made it work and sang a whole different song, and people loved it, and they didn't even know I forgot my words. That was an L for me because I rehearsed, and I hate forgetting my lyrics. But I also realized, back to my main point, that not only everything happens for a reason, but everything happens for a reason in that moment, and you have to accept it in that moment. So if it wasn't in your control, if you forgot, you went blank, and you're performing, and you're expressing, you got to just let it ride. And I'm more so confident in that now than ever before. I used to beat myself up like, damn, you forgot your lyrics? Yeah. What's wrong with you? Like, you wrote them. How you forget your lyrics? Like, you're a performer. How do you... And then you just accept that when you're performing, you're kind of like giving off something. You're giving energy. You're, for a better term, you're ministering to people. You're giving people,
a lot happening.
You're giving people an experience.
Yeah.
So when you say like, God, I need your help with this performance, like I always do, then you can tell yourself like, listen, you forgot it. You probably wasn't supposed to sing that song. You probably wasn't supposed to finish the song. You were supposed to sing this, and now you have to because everything will be scratched away. So was that an L? No. But to my old self, I would have caught that as an L. Like, yo, you're really missing out. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. We're going to transfer over to the W train.
Let's do it.
Tell us about a win that you've gained recently.
A W!
Hello.
Let's sift through the dubs.
Come on.
I'm playing.
I love it. Now, the wins. Hold on. Let me just go through
I mean, it's just that season, man. I know everybody feels it's that season of winning. It's that
Yeah.
season of, like, reaping the harvest, man. Well, I would say this, man. My recent W was being able to perform, period, during this time. Being able to perform, that was a W, and getting paid for it. Like, people would do this stuff for free right now because they just want to get back on stage.
Yeah.
So we were able to put on a concert, do a live stream, I was able to do the 2 shows, do a concert, do an hour set with my bro Najee. He DJ'd for me on my laptop. We prepared the set in a day, did it on stage. We almost sold out when people came. People were standing outside the gates. The cops came because there was a noise complaint.
Okay.
And so that was the first noise complaint ever for that pop-up series. So we did the concert, we did the shows, we did the concert, got paid for it, came back, and it was posted at like Time Out posted us online and said these are the shows to come see.
Wow.
And so that's a big deal because you got people like my best friend, Christian, one of my best friends, Christian Mark Gibbs, he's in Porgy and Bess at the Met. So he was up there too, and it was like, yo,
wow.
2 of my best friends and myself is on the what to watch right now for Time Out.
So dope.
Like, that's a W.
Absolutely.
Like, that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Especially when me and him would be on the phone just talking about Destiny. Like, yo, when is it gonna happen? Like, when are we gonna get this W? Like, he like, we have these conversations. So to see this kind of stuff happen, it's like air hug, bro.
No, that has, and to have it trickle through the community.
Yeah.
You know, like that's so powerful. That's so powerful when like your community is moving up
with
all together.
You. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
We're almost done here. We're going to transfer over to the M train.
Yeah.
This is memes and things. What's your favorite meme, GIF, or viral video that's currently circulating?
Oh my God, I got a bunch of memes. One of my favorite ones is when Michelle Obama's going like this. It's so funny. Like, you could put anything over that, and it's just, she's like,
yes.
Like, you know the song, Miss Me With That Bug?
Yes.
So when he goes, I gotta go get it, 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 I put the music over that. She's like, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. Like, that thing is hilarious. And then there's another meme I just think is hilarious. Like, the memes I usually like using is that one, and then like this is like, I think this is like bigger kid, and he's going like this, and he disappears.
Yes.
Because I got a lot of shady friends. I'm just like, listen, I'm out. Bye.
Yep.
Gotta go.
Can't do this one.
Right. My next one I use a lot because I have this like bougie persona in my head where I just joke around a lot with it, and so it's just me. It's not really like a popular gift. I don't see a lot of people posting it, but it's like when it's like a lady looking like this. and like you zoom in, it's like a zoom in, and she's just looking at you like that.
Yeah.
But it's like I do that when I want people to start saying stuff, or they're not answering me, or there's just like
So it's the eyes.
I'm waiting.
It's like, right.
Stuff like that. There was another one that was mad funny. Damn, what was it? I can't remember. But I don't remember whatever. But those are my favorites right there. Honestly.
I've currently been circulating this one of Countess Vaughn when she's just, you know, she was just always riffing back in the day.
Right.
So it's just one of her, like, it looks like she's in like a studio set lot, and she's just like,
right?
And she's just like tilted, like,
yeah,
tilted. Yeah, that's me. I love it. Love her.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah.
All right. So last question.
Yeah.
With the New York Dose.
Yeah.
If you could speak to someone that was just beginning on your exact same path, aka maybe you, a younger version of yourself, what piece of advice would you give them right now?
Man, here's the craziest thing. Once you like enjoy your blessings in life, right? So you gotta put things in, like I want to say you, I'm not talking about generally, but put things in perspective, right? So there are people who have less than you, and there are people who have more than you.
Yep.
Once you look at what you have, it's like I have this at this moment and this time. I could tell myself you should have rehearsed more, or you should have rehearsed your audition more, or you should have not been nervous. So you know what? I'll get off that, you know, everything happens for a reason train, and I'll say this. Do not be afraid. Fear was one of my biggest killers back then. I knew I was talented. I knew I had it. But when the auditions came, when the shows came, I froze. I shrank. I didn't go all out. I would say stop being afraid and own your brand. Own who you are. Don't try to fit a mold, right? Let the casting directors figure out if they want you to be this guy. But if they called you in to an audition, be your damn self and mix. Give them something different.
Damn.
Be yourself free. Be yourself. Express. Go your hardest, right? Because I came from a culture where if you went too hard, you're go hard. Okay, so I'm a go hard because I went full out with something I'm good at. Is that a problem? Like, if that's a problem for you, I don't want to be your friend.
Hello.
If me going to my fullest is a problem for you, I don't want to be your friend. So being afraid that I'm going to fail, I would tell myself don't be afraid because you are good. You're good. You're meant for success. Go full force with everything. Full force. And don't be afraid, man. Yeah, that's what I would tell myself. And I would tell my kids that same thing. Like, don't shrink for nobody. Don't dance less because someone jokes to you about it. You don't want those friends.
Yep.
You might be alone for a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah.
There are people that are made for you.
You'll find your tribe.
You'll find your tribe who will love every inch of your give.
Yeah.
They will love it. You killed that, bro. Then they'll never get tired of you. And you will find those people. I found those people. I love those people. Those are my 10. And yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, you have it here. Where can everybody find you?
Everywhere. PaulGTV.com is my website. I pay $18 a month, so go to that. Okay. Damn it.
Come on.
I just updated it last night. We're doing game services for corporate people and private events now. So on my website, you'll see me doing the game nights with my boy DJ Zeke on Zoom. We present a whole production. Shout out to Swift Studios in Queens. So we record it and we put it out there, high quality stuff. So you can find me at PaulGTV.com. You'll see that kind of stuff. You'll see my music. You'll see my acting updates. You'll see my headshots. PaulGTV.com or on the Gritam. PaulGeeTV. That's it.
Hello. And all of that will, of course, be in our episode description. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, Paul. This was very fun. Thank you for giving me a dope Saturday morning.
Man, thank
this
you
was
for
everything.
Man, it was great talking with you, man. Appreciate it. Shout out New York Dose, baby.
Hey.
Daddy paid too costly, that look on your face too salty. Fix up your grill like Cardi, Young gorilla monsoon, keep the sun risen like it's high noon. Got me feeling it's my time soon. Feel the wave when I went like a typhoon. They was trying to play the movement, talk about me way back there. Yeah, where you at? Please stay back there. Homie, don't play that there. I done seen fake friends get along with my rivals. And you ain't on my wave if you ain't never had a time.